younger children, it's very easy for me to handle.
Yeah.
We handle with deterrence only. You cannot do this. This is what will happen to you. If you do this, I will come in search of you. I am watching. All of this we say. We see, sometimes there are other doctors who say, no, you have to speak to the child to make the child understand. They are not bothered, doctor. Their brain just does not work like that. அவங்களுக்கு புரியாது. No, there are these, I'm telling you, I always have a problem with these modern parenting experts who talk about, if your child is throwing tantrums, please go and sit and talk to your child to say, what are you feeling today, ma? அது அடம் பிடிக்கிறது. Please understand that Adam Padikadi. Yes, you have to talk to the child to understand. But if the child does not even know what is happening to him and he just wants another 5 lollipops, what will you do? You only have to say, no. Sorry. These Europeans do it very well. They do it very well. When they say no and they walk away, the child will scream and roll on the road. They're just not bothered. Yeah, sometimes the grandmother will come running. Ayyo, pavam ma, son is crying ma, why are you letting him cry ma? Let the parents parent the child.
Right.
And this I have to say, doctor, in many families, grandmother, grandfather trying to behave like parents. Not okay. Let the parents be parents. Because again, there is a mix-up in the child's obedience hierarchy. What is the social hierarchy in the child's brain? Who should the child listen to? There is a confusion. Then the child will again stop respecting the mother and the father. Why I'm telling this here is, when you're imposing such ground rules at home, it's very important that you set the social hierarchy in the family correct. You have to know who is first, who is next. You understand? That's important, no? Chumma, mother will come and say one rule and then grandfather will come and say, hey, your mother does not know anything, da. You listen to me. Child is again confused. So in such situations, you cannot impose rules. You cannot set ground rules at home. It's going to be very difficult for you to parent this child with the amount of distractions that's available today and how much these distractions are teaching these children, how much of violence is there. We are thinking Vijay padtha paatha update child is becoming violent. That is a very small fraction. Major violence is coming from their video games only. I recently went to a birthday party, doctor. Small children, okay, all 3, 4, 5 years old children. There is bubbles, there's caricature, there's cake, return gifts, what not. At the age of 38, this is exciting me. I'm drawing myself, blowing all those bubbles, making a sword out of balloon and playing with these children. These little kids, they're playing around for some time, maybe 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes, they come back to their mother, Amma, phone. If such beautiful, lovely things are not going to interest you in this age, your family life will not interest you at the age of 23. Girlfriend is not going to be interesting. Wife is not going to be interesting. Raising children, not going to be interesting. What are we teaching the children? What is interesting? Only that fake thing that they see in the screen. Only that is interesting.
It's happening in India.
Yes, very much. Everywhere. And parents are also normalizing it. That's only my problem. They are constantly telling, these days without the devices, you cannot raise children at all, ma. I have raised my daughters till the age of 14, no devices. Only Sunday, one movie or some Netflix series, I let them watch for 2 hours. That's the only thing I permitted. And I don't live in an apartment. I have dogs in my house. They play with the dogs. I don't have too many relatives in India. So not many people.
Seriously?
I don't.
See, the other angle is that people think that if they're in an apartment and if they're not living in an apartment, they don't have friends to play with, it's very difficult to raise a kid.
No, I should say I'm raising my kids in an independent house and they are able to sort out what they have to do in life, because there are so many things that they can do. I told you, so many different types of play. You see the amount of craft material available online. They can bake, they can try some salads, they can do some painting, artwork.
But it's social interaction with the other kids.
Yeah, there's a sibling, no? There are
Sibling
2 girls.
Sibling is good enough?
Yeah. They have their social time in school. What are they doing in school? They're meeting friends in school, isn't it?
So that's enough.
Yeah, that's absolutely okay. See, if you don't have, what else do you do, doctor? See, I can plan play dates and all of
Correct.
that once in a way. Yeah, but that cannot be an everyday thing. This is how this child has to grow, but I ensure that they have different types of play in their life. Not just electronic play. Electronic play, I introduce a pannala because I'm one. I don't know how you are at home, but at home, I have not introduced electronic play at all. And my daughter now, she's 14. She has other friends who play video games. She says, Amma, I can
Right.
see they are not okay. Good thing you didn't introduce this to me.
Seriously?
Yes.
At 14, she's able
Yes.
to.
Because she's able to see that she is able to remember what she's studying for the exam. She's able to see that she's able to make wiser decisions. These people are not okay because constantly, she says, Amma, when I went to this friend's house, everybody is playing carom. She is sitting and playing on Roblox continuously for 6 hours. We've played carom, we have watched a movie, we've gone down to play football, we come back and see, and she's again playing Roblox only. So that child understands that this is abnormal. You understand? Only to that extent. It's a little difficult, doctor. I don't say it's very easy. I won't say that. The peer pressure is definitely there. There was a point when my daughter said, everybody's playing, Ma, can I please try? I said, no. They will play because their parents allow it. I will not allow because I don't like it. I am the mother, I decide. I will not let you play. Now they're 14, I let them play Ludo and these board games on the iPad. That's okay. But they don't have that interest to play any of these violent games at all. And they say, how can they play such games? It's irritating my head. So if you ask me if it's possible by experience, I will say it is possible. And not just me, doctor, many of my friends are like this. Many of my friends, we are one community that we have raised our kids without video games, without excessive screen entertainment, and that was possible because we practiced this from a very young age.
Engage.
So not watching TV while eating is a ground rule for everybody at home. For me, my husband, my daughters, everybody. There is no TV in my dining hall. It's not even there. Yeah, so it's a habit. That's how we are raised, and that's normal for them. So they don't try to, do what others are doing after the age of 12. They don't.
So the initial, the strong years is between 7 to 12.
7 to 14.
7 to 14.
Yes. That's why I repeatedly say that 7 to 14 is so important. It is the parents' consistency that's so important in this age. Have ground rules. Learn to say no to your child. The child should understand, Amma is pissed. She doesn't want me to do this. She's told me no. I will not do this. They have to learn to do this. See, doing everything that the child wants is not normal.
That's called friendly parenting.
We don't want that. You be a friendly parent, you will become my patient. Very friendly, very, very good. You be friendly, very, very friendly. You come and become my patient later. Then you'll suddenly become enemy parent. And then what you will do? Don't do that. You have, see, children have friends. They need parents.
Discipline.
Yes. To at least tell them what is right, what is wrong. I see disciplining is a very serious term, for the age group also. I should say at least to tell them what is right, what is wrong. There should be somebody at home. And that needs to be parents, no? They have friends. They have friends to say, whatever you're doing is correct, da. They have friends who are saying that. They need parents to say, this is not okay. This is not acceptable. You cannot do this. Why? That also you explain. So the difference between the previous generation and this generation is, we were never told why. படத்துக்கு போகக்கூடாதுன்னா போகக்கூடாது. You cannot go to a movie, you cannot go to a movie. Many days I've sat and thought, what is happening in these movie theaters that my father is not allowing me to go? Why? But he's taking me and going. He is not letting me go with my friends. I never understood. It took me a long time to understand, people are doing unnecessary things in the theater. That's why my father is not allowing me. But I was not explained that also. But this generation needs that explanation. That is the only difference. If I would define friendly parenting, be a parent, but explain to your child why you're imposing these ground rules. That is only friendly parenting. That friendly, your father and my father, or your mother and my mother were never.
Never. Yes.
We were never given a chance to talk. We were never explained about what is happening in our life.
Right.
No choice, no. Kalyanathu vaana va.
Right.
Come is come. But now we can explain because these children need
I mean,
that
for
explanation.
your marriage or
Doctor, it'll be funny if I said for my marriage, my husband was the only choice that I made. The wedding decor, sari, jewelry, nothing was my choice. So husband was my choice. So they said, in the choice, உனக்கு கொடுத்ததே பெரிய விஷயம். Shut up and stand. Everything else will take care of you. Imagine girls today, they'll do from photographer to how the photography should look. Until that, everything they only decide, no? So they have a voice. I'm happy that this generation have a voice. We didn't have that voice. But that voice should be correct. They should be taught what is right, what is wrong.